Hi, everybody. I am here. I don't even know what time it is. I think it's like 6:32. Gonna put it on Facebook that I'm live. I never do it before I sign in. Okay, Facebook, we are telling them that we are going live April 5th, 2020. I think we've been in the quarantine for 3 weeks. I think. I want to say hi, you guys. I'm just texting them on Facebook because because I forget to do it every time. So I am texting. Hi everybody. How's everybody's day going? Totally fun. It's absolutely freezing over here. Okay, like I'm looking at my hair. I'm having a bad hair day because of the rain. I don't even have hair and I'm having a bad hair day. Yeah, so okay, now texting everybody. I've got to do this before, but I never can, remember to do it. Hi, you guys. All right, hold on one sec. Okay. Okay, hold on. Just texting everybody. Okay, so cool. So cool, you guys. Happy to see everybody. All right, there. One more text. Calgary in the house. We got Calgary in the house. All right, so today's adventures in absolutely freezing in LA. Okay, absolutely. Wait, got to text one more person. I got to text all you guys. I can't remember. Here we go. There. Okay. So, all right. So today, I shouldn't even do that in the beginning. I'm like stuttering, like this. Okay. So you guys asked me yesterday what foundation I use, and it's Tarte Face Tape. It's this one. Can everybody see? Tarte Face Tape. Face Tape. That's the foundation I like. Okay. And the under eye cream is Jafra Royal, and it is the concealer. And I use the Blanc 1, L1, because I've got that Canadian skin or whatever the hell my skin is. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so I have heard the most absurd things today. I've gotten the most absurd emails. First of all, whoever, not you guys are all great, but some people send me these emails and they're like, I swear to God, I should show you guys the freaking emails. Some of them they're like, basically what they're saying is you're fucking stupid to me, but they're like, you don't understand. I'm a nurse and you don't understand what's going on. Okay, well, I'm not a nurse and I don't care that you are a nurse, and I am educated, and I believe I understand that they're trying to imply that there is the Groupon. Oh yeah, there you go. The Groupon masks. Exactly. They're trying to imply that there are not enough respirators. Now I have no idea whether that's true or not, but I do know that I came across a TV interview, which I don't watch, but somebody sent it to me, of New York guy, not mentioning his name, finding a bunch of freaking respirators in a closet. What is that? They're begging us for respirators. So go get them out of that closet. I think it was Andrew Cuomo. I said his name, shit. Anyway, yeah, 1,000. There were thousands. Exactly. So the person who's emailing me, she's like, I don't think you understand. Yeah, I'm a dumb bitch. I don't understand anything, but I still have an opinion, just like you. Oh, and opinions are like, you know what? We all have one. That's it. Yeah, no, I get sick of responding to people. Understand that I understand what's being said. Hi, you guys. I really do understand what's being said. I really, really do. But I don't care what you think. I care what I perceive. And I believe what I perceive. Thank you. Okay, that's another thing. There goes a super chat. Like, it's a name with an A. God bless it. And I can't say it. I care what I feel intuitively and what I observe. So I draw all my conclusions not from what other people tell me. I research what other people tell me. I'm open to listen to you, but I do my research and I make my own assumptions coming out of my own self. And if it goes against 100%, 98.9% of society, then that's what it does. I'm still going to have my right to my opinion. You have your right to yours and I have my right to mine. So yeah, so I don't want to be, whatever. I can't even explain it. I do understand what's going on. I understand what's being said on the media. Okay, that's Greta. I see Greta. Thank you. I see that. That's another thing. I got some emails too from people who were mad at me or disappointed with me, I guess. Sounds like I'm being scolded by my parents. Yeah. Anyway, they were disappointed because I couldn't read all of the super chats, but I want you guys to understand that's completely up to you whether you do that. Somebody told me to turn it on like the first time I did this or second time, the live ones. So I did, but I can't always see everybody. So I totally thank everybody. It's not that I'm not doing that at all. Trust me, it's not that. It's that I refuse to wear my seeing glasses when I'm doing this. Okay, wait. Oh, there's another one and another one. Thank you. I see Ruth, and the one that went before you, I didn't see it. See, but if I see it, I can say it, but I don't see everything. Good evening. Good evening. Somebody said good evening. That's funny. Yeah, it's freezing here. Totally. So I had these conversations all day. We are our own respirator. Yeah, I had these conversations with people all day, and I was just like, I'm not stupid. Stop saying I don't understand. Do you know how dismissive that is? Like, people just don't. No, but you don't understand. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were the God of all the information. I don't presume to know everything, but like, don't say I don't understand. I can fucking hear. Okay, that was a T name. I just went out there. Okay, I can see Kathleen. Thank you. And thank you, person before Kathleen in the green, for all the super chats, you guys. That's awesome. So awesome. So I think, somebody said from Palm Springs. I saw that. And somebody with a J, Judy. Thank you. I am early, but I missed out on my dinner with my man tonight because I blew him off to do this video, and now he's not going to have dinner with me. He doesn't want to have dinner with me. So I'm getting it from all ends, and I don't care. I'll just lose a little weight. I'm kidding. I'm gaining weight being in the house. So anyway, that's what happened. Okay, so I did my double run today. I got up. I know it's his loss. I'm a total fun, but there goes a Scorpio. Yeah. I'm talking about a Scorpio rising who wants to hold it against me when I don't give him enough time to let him know when dinner's going to be, because I guess that's my job on planet Earth, is to do that. I can't do that. But I found this great place to run, and we went at 6 a.m. and it was supposed to be raining. Okay, supposed to be raining. But we went, and I got totally sopped from like the middle of my legs down because the grass was so high, and it was totally sopped. But it was fun. And then I kind of bailed. I didn't do as many miles as I could have, so I had to go back and do more. Because if I don't, okay, there's Julia. Thank you. If I don't do that, I'll become very depressed. So beware of ticks. Okay, who said beware of ticks? The ticks are not out right now. The ticks come out in the summer. The ticks don't like the cold rain. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I've decided, okay, there goes that one. See, I've decided that I want to do a line of clothing, and I think the name Trail Trolls is hilarious, but it would be Trail Trolls Be Gone, and then like a little warrior, and she just fights off the trail trolls because they're jealous bitches. And have you guys seen these? Oh my God. Okay. So I saw something on there. Thank you, Carol. I see Carol in bright red. I saw that go up there. Thank you so much. I saw this thing online, and it said, stay inside. Wait, no, it didn't say that. It said something like, have you killed somebody today? And I'm like, what? They're like, stay inside. And I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, whoever wrote this thing, because it doesn't necessarily matter if you stay inside or don't stay inside. If your partner comes home and maybe he works at a hospital or goes to the grocery store, unless he takes every single bit of his clothing off, his shoes, sprays himself down on the sidewalk and the garage, but it could live in the garage. See, so brings a plastic bag in. What do you do with those plastic bags? What do we do? Oh God, that cruise ship. I feel bad for those people. They're stuck. Okay, here's another Carol. Okay, thank you. And there's an Alice somebody. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to I'm not being an asshole. I'm really not, even though I appear like it, but okay, Bethany, I saw that. Bethany, and then I see Pittsburgh there. And God, I can't read that. I'll read it after. Okay, so Anyway, today it was really interesting because we're coming up on the full moon and people are like, stay in, stop these outbreaks. Everybody put a mask on. And I'm like, who the bleeping hell? Who the bleeping hell? The subways are open. If the subways are open, are they wearing, I have no idea who that is. Anyway, are they wearing, what are they doing on the subways? Because I think our subway is open. And then you've got the people on the news and they're standing side by side. So are they poisoning each other? And I don't know, what if one of them has it? And then, oh God, did somebody say the Queen says so? Yeah, the Queen. Did you see that video of Queen Elizabeth? I couldn't stop laughing. If anybody watches that, the Queen is saying that everybody has to sacrifice now. Little did they know that they meant she's sacrificing shit on her own from other people's families. She didn't actually mean it the way that that sounded, but you know, whatever. Queen Elizabeth in that outfit you wear. She's in her Easter outfit. Actually, the old bitch doesn't look too bad. I don't, you know, sorry, I mean, her skin looks pretty good. Oh my God. You know, I don't know about the 5G to tell you the truth. I hear reverse things about it. The way she said, we will meet again. Yeah, reptilian queen. I don't know about her being a reptilian, but I do know that she's, I don't know, who is this woman? Like, what am I listening to you for? You've made sacrifices. No, bitch, you haven't. You're sitting in a castle, and when they open this video up, it's of her courtyard. She can run around in her fucking courtyard, okay? And nobody's going to stop her because there's nobody in her courtyard. You and I, we can't run around in our courtyard. We don't have them. I mean, I have a pretend one in my head, but it's outside my house, somewhere else, right? I mean, Jesus. But yeah, she's like, we're all sacrificing. And then they go to all of the healthcare workers, which they should go to the healthcare workers and say that they're good. But I say to the healthcare workers, you guys are awesome all year round, not just now, okay? Not just now. Like, you are amazing all year round. Everybody who's a healthcare worker is amazing. Well, if the Queen is a clone, I saw that. It looks good because her skin looks pretty good. But what she says is nonsense. She's just nonsense. Nonsense. I mean, she comes off very polite. That's what we have in the society. Yeah, I know what she did. I can't say that. I had tomatoes and cheese before I came on. But it's really interesting because we should thank our healthcare workers anyway, okay? Anyway, we should thank them, not just because of this. Because when I was down, now I've gone into 2 different hospitals and I don't see anybody in there. I mean, I'm not running up on the floors, but I'm not seeing anybody getting tested in the parking lot. So that's all I can say. That's all I can freaking say. I can't say anything else about that except that that's my observation. And people get mad when I say it. They're like, no, it's this. And I'm like, okay, in your neighborhood, it's that. In this neighborhood, it's this. We have had, oh my God, I just, speaking of earthquakes, something like nine earthquakes in Texas alone overnight, nine earthquakes alone. Utah, and then, oh my God, okay, so Palm Springs, that amazing Palm Springs, most prehistoric rocks. Okay, I see that. Thank you, Mark. I just saw that going up. See, I saw that one. Thank you. My daughter is an RN. I saw that. Thank you, Shelley. Okay, can you talk about past lives? Yes. The hospitals are empty over here. Well, I mean, there's people in the hospitals here, but none of them have that, whatever you call it, that I'm not going to say online. But I know they're not earthquakes. I'm saying earthquakes. Wink, wink. Earthquakes. Palm Springs, it was in Anza, right? No, but Palm Springs is absolutely 9 earthquakes in Texas, they said. Literally, I have to get actually my thing. Claudette, again, for those of you who don't know who Claudette is, she doesn't even know I talk about her, but she's the one that did, good God, now it just went out of my head. Madman, she decorated the Madman set. And I met her, we met hiking. So we used to pass each other every day hiking. She'd come up one way, I go down another, and then we would run into each other, and you wouldn't believe who was on that mountain hiking. And it's one of the tougher mountains. It's not like the fashionable mountain where people are in booty shorts and great bodies. And no, it's for the other people. So I'm on the other people mountain over there, not like Runyon Canyon, okay, where it's, a show of shows. Okay, so there were a lot of earthquakes. Let me just see what they said. They call them earthquakes, okay? So Uh, Now I can't find the bloody thing. Oh, but I did find this. Look at this bloody video. I can't stop myself.
Hello,
Oh,
I'm Meryl
God.
Streep.
Look who's talking
As
on my
you
phone.
probably already know,
Meryl
among
Streep.
many brilliant ideas that
Yeah,
have
no one
always
cares, Meryl.
contributed
No one cares. No one cares. Okay.
normal times, duties,
Oh, God. I'm sorry.
and sparing many families the pain already felt by those who have lost loved ones.
Okay. Who've lost loved ones. This woman is responsible for the people that have lost loved ones.
And I want to reassure you
What is this?
that if we remain united and resolute, then we will overcome it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've got to. No, Meryl just popped up as an advertisement for the Queen video. I was like, God, I'm being hit. It was fucking hilarious. It's Meryl blathering. And then the Queen. Oh. I'm Canadian, okay? It's why I can make fun of the Queen. I'm actually Canadian. We all make fun of the Queen. We can't help it, okay? That's right. She did steal people that were never seen again. That's why when she's saying people are missing their loved ones, I'm like, lady, you took them for lunch in the 70s and they never freaking came back. What are you talking about? Oh, bang, bang, bang. Anyway, so this beautiful walk, I used to run into Claudette all the time, and she's been sending me stuff about the earthquakes or tunnel explosions, whatever you want to call them, but they're happening a lot. Several have happened in LA. I can pretty much feel it before it happens. But when I was out running today, and yes, I did run twice, and there were other people out there, and there were many, not many, like, not like a Subway or a grocery store, but there were a lot of people out there running around, taking in the air, talking to the birds, and then there were those people, the trail trolls or the weirdos. They're like, I get these emails, we're following the rules. Okay, asshole, good for you. I saw a great thing. I took a picture of it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. They can follow the rules if they want, but, you'd have to first show me why we aren't questioning everything. We just listening to these people? I don't know, but I found this really good thing. Look, it says, and somebody posted it on my Facebook, and please, God, forgive me for not knowing who it is. Okay, it says, if you will snitch on a person for violating quarantine, and then there's a question, you would have snitched on Anne Frank and Harriet Tubman. So basically they're saying the Nazis wanted you to snitch. And so the good snitchers are like, look, I get extra pudding because I'm telling on somebody. That's what they're doing. It's like me in class. Remember those people? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But my God, what is wrong? Like, we need to actually look at the facts. Like, I'm not saying there's not whatever is going into everybody. But I'd rather risk my limb in life than be a slave right now. And we are going to have to actually, it's fine if they want to follow the rules, but don't be a snitcher, because sometimes people sew up snitches' mouths. Like, sometimes you get the shit kicked out of you. I'm just saying. Not from over here. I'm just saying in life in general, they kick the shit out of people who snitch, right? You know this, the mafia, they just take them out with a bullet. I don't know. It's not mafia though, but we are following without questioning. And that's what's such a problem to me is we are listening to people on television, I'm going to pull cards later on, bossy people, Horseshack snitches. I can't. I'm not saying I want anybody to be infected, obviously, but what I'm saying to you is I'm not infected. I'm not staying in when I'm watching a press conference with all those nut jobs up there, the monkeys that run the asylum and the sheeples with those people, and they're all standing like this. I mean, they're all fucking standing together. Are they not worried? And did they go down to the coffee shop? Did they go get coffee? I mean, how many people in your drive-through food? What about those Amazon delivery guys? Those guys be touching everything. I know, no masks, right in the same vicinity. Who knows? They're probably like this all over your Amazon boxes. I would watch it. I think they're pretty pissed off. Now, have you noticed with Amazon? Have you noticed now we are a monopoly? You can't cake. I saw cake. Cake. I won't forget past lives. You can't get anything from anywhere but Amazon. So we now are being trained to be good little minions, like robot minions, and let's go to Amazon and get it, dropped at the front door. I don't want to do that. I like to go try my little tops on or go talk to my little store clerk people that I talk to where I get my cute things. I like to do that. There's a cute little shop up here called Fashion Gal. All you people in the neighborhood know it. She gets super cute stuff and it's cheap. And every time I wear her stuff out, people are like, oh my God, where'd you get that jacket? Oh my God, that's super cool. And I'm like, yeah, it was $14 and it looks amazing. And it looks like it's totally awesome. Now that little woman is going to have a hard time staying in business now because she does a day-to-day thing. A lot of people go to her store and get their clothes for the day, for the night, and then they, wear them. So she makes her money that way. And the whole community of people that cannot buy on Amazon because they don't have a credit card or they've only got $10 or $20, and they go in, working moms, single moms, all of those people, they can't do it now because now there's a monopoly of shit. A total monopoly on people, just an absolute monopoly. And so now I guess it's, we're all Jeff Bezos' bitch. That's what it is. I guess we're his bitches. I'm his bitch if I want something. But luckily, I got hair bleach in my bathroom. So you know what's going to happen next week. If I get that man up here to help me bleach back here, bribe a kid. I know, but it's got to be a kid in my family. Otherwise, I'm breaking the rules. Anyway, I ordered hair bleach, but what am I going to do about these gels when they come off? Can you see? Look, they're still okay, but I could do what Vanessa did. Her gels grew out. She had to cut them, but she couldn't get the damn things off because they don't come off with, you got to use whatever stuff. So she painted underneath here and now it's driving her crazy. I don't want to be that kind of casualty. I know I'm supposed to take things very seriously, but I can't. I'm sorry. I cannot believe that as an entire world, we allowed some clowns to shut us down. I'm having a hard time with this. It's making me laugh. And I guess the Nazis are going to be at my door soon. Fascists, fascists coming to the door saying you must stop speaking. I'm waiting for that to happen anytime soon. Seriously, hello. Have you been opening your big fat mouth and having a good time? Yes, why, yes, I have. I will tell you, I think there's going to be an obesity rate when we get out of here because my friend Ben that delivers pizza says he's delivering back and forth to houses where it's 4 and 5 pizzas. And I'm like, how many people in the house? He's like 3. And I'm like, oh God, they're eating pizza every night. That can't be good. So here's what I've come to the conclusion of. The depression is so thick in the air. I literally was telling Lori this afternoon, like it's going to rain this week and I may have to kill myself. I'm joking, of course. But I mean, I will start to feel really, really upset because I can't get outside and then it's raining and then it's gray. So we have to watch people around us with depression. There's a huge, huge depression problem because I can feel it. I walk in the door and I'm just like, and domestic violence is going up. Of course it's going up. If you weren't domestically violent before, you're going to become domestically violent living with these people because you can't get away from them. What do you think golfing was for? Running was for? Swimming was for? Rollerblading, bars, nail salons, hair salons, all of those places are places that we go. When my kids were teenagers, I ate dinner. I dropped the dinner off at home and then go back and eat my dinner in the car. I love my car. That's where I lived for like a good 5 years when they were teenagers because I couldn't listen to them and I couldn't argue with them. So I just went and ate dinner in the car. If you want to come eat dinner with me, you had to get in the car, passenger side, or back seat if you were going to be obnoxious. You got in the back seat so that I didn't smack you. You got in the back seat. But seriously, I mean, like people, you're supposed to stay in your home. And by the way, they let out so many prisoners, but they're arresting the guy on the ocean. I mean, I'm sorry. So he's out in the ocean by himself. Nobody's out there. So you pull him in and there's 2 cops by him and they're breathing on him. And then you're going to take him to jail with, I don't know, some outbreak in jail. Just wondering if that, so you've just infected this guy. I know, right? Yeah, exactly. So anyway, that's very interesting what's going on. Now, on the other fun side of things, Starbucks employees that I love so much because they're my lifeline because I'm an addict. And I admit it, and I need a support group, but I'm not going to quit. So I know this about myself. A lot of their employees don't want to be at work. So the poor kids have to take up shifts for everybody because so many kids don't want to get sick. And remember, a lot of them are in school and they can't study their studies. This is ridiculous. Put people back to work. Put people back to work. Put them back to work. Because it's really, I'm so sorry. No, it didn't close. They're just opening at different times because the employees, a lot of them aren't showing up. But here's the interesting thing. If we have to stay at home or we will kill somebody, okay, that's what they say, then what about all the people that go to the hospital, the grocery store, the police department? The gardeners are out working. Well, not right now, but they are during the day. Whoever, oh my God, hairdresser. I saw hairdresser, my eyes lit up. See, I can see hairdresser because I have roots. So now I'm going to be a brunette soon. See, look at this shit. In comes the brunette. Yeah. All the blondes are going to be eradicated off the earth within about 6 weeks. There won't be a blonde on the planet. There'll be a real blonde. But the rest of the blonde population going to be gone. That's right. They're all going to be natural. Maybe we'll all be natural and we'll just go back to natural. But what I was saying is, if everybody who's working now, whichever people are working, okay, the gas stations, I went down to buy the lottery ticket at 7-Eleven. All those people that are working there, the grocery stores, like Grocery Outlet, and then Ralph's and Vaughn's, and I really like our Vaughn's up here, and all the little mom and pop shops that serve food, and they're open. Now, when they go home, they've been dealing with the public all day. So why are you trying to make me feel guilty about going out? Are you telling me I don't need to go out? Well, then why do they need to go out? I don't know why they need to go out and I can't go out. And I really do see it that way. I'm sorry. I guess they're taking a risk to earn their living. And then there's people, and I'm not talking about nurses. I'm actually talking about little stores and grocery stores and clerks and all of that. They're gas station attendants or whoever, whatever. They're all doing that. What about vets? I don't know. Are vets open? I guess because the babies get sick, right? So everybody's taking their risk when they go to work, but we, like bad children, we have to stay inside, or they're trying to manipulate us intellectually into saying that I saw the dumbest thing. You could kill your grandparents. Yeah, I could kill them if they were alive. They already died from other shit, right? So, I mean, yeah, I could. But why am I showing up at my grandparents' house? Well, why would I be going there? So I'm not sure about that. And any grandma that has a baby grandbaby like Rascal Pants is not going to be worried about getting anything because they're going to want to see their grandbaby. Unless somebody has like a blazing fever. I just don't understand. I don't know where common sense is. And now I'm going to get the hate mail again saying I don't understand. If it's going to be the respirator conversation, I do understand the respirator conversation. I disagree because they found them in a closet. If they're in a freaking closet, they had the freaking respirators. And I received this email today. I must show you this. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm sorry. This was hilarious. There was, okay, this, oh no, somebody's texting me. Hold on, that they're saying that somebody died. They're texting me. I don't know what to say. Okay, look, we have disposable non-medical ear loop face masks and they're selling fast. They're on Groupon. If they're on Groupon, why can the hospitals not get them? This I'm not understanding. It doesn't make sense to me that Groupon has them. Now, let's read this one. Somebody, unfortunately, okay, my best friend's 2 cousins just, oh, see, okay, but they tested positive. But see, how did they get a freaking test in New York? My best friend's 2 cousins just died of this virus because they sent them home after testing positive. This is New York. Okay, New York. First of all, you have tests. They do not have tests out here, so they can never test. They can't prove numbers out here because the tests they have out here, they don't have them for anybody. They do have them for $600 a test in Beverly Hills, however. I don't have that kind of money to pay for a test. and I'm not showing any symptoms. So now, whoever this is on the 808 area code without saying, text me back. Tell me how old the cousins were. I'm sorry they died, though. That's terrible. How old the cousins were. Oh, this is Tammy. Tammy's out there. Hi, Tammy. So how old were her cousins, and how long after they sent them home to see? Now, why are they sending people freaking home? Okay, why are they sending them home? Can they not find a neighboring hospital to take them to if they're sick? She's going to tell me. And then early 50s, almost immediately. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, that's terrible. See, now we've got to pray for Tammy's best friend's two cousins in their early 50s that died. I'm assuming they were husband and wife, or were they two separate households? And did they have anything physically problem? She's writing me. See, she's good. She's listening. Okay. Yeah, I know that's terrible. Let's see, early 50s. Two separate households. That's what I thought. At first I thought it, because if it's two cousins, they would be different. See, now that's something. I'm not saying it's not a virus. I'm not saying it's not out there. But I am saying they're not speaking the truth. So that's two more people that have died. And I'm not understanding why you would send people home who tested positive. I had that from a client's nephew who was sent home. He tested positive, and he has 3 little kids and a wife, and he was in his 30s, and I couldn't figure that out. Husband died and wife is negative. Go figure. I'm assuming the husband, well, she's going to be sad. That's for sure. I'm assuming the husband had something, or it went straight to his lungs. Maybe he was overweight, diabetic. They've been saying a lot of diabetic and overweight. See, I'd have to see the actual statistics. I'm one of those. If you're going to tell me people die from something, I want to know, if they're completely healthy before, okay, fine. Then that's one thing. But yeah, that's very sad. They're not allowing her to claim the body. They're not allowing her to claim. Oh, because she might get it, right? Is that where we're going with that? See, I don't understand. I think they kind of want these things to happen. That's how it feels to me. Let's see. Italy, the average age was 81. Okay, so the average age was 81. Yeah, I don't know why they're not allowing her to claim the body. That's terrible, Tammy. Tell your friend we're so sorry. I'm sorry that her 2 cousins died. Your best friend's cousins. That's horrible. Terrible. That is terrible. But I wonder, I'm telling you, wild oregano, absolutely oregano oil. Thank you for telling us that, Tammy. That's just terrible. Horrible. I hate that thing. Okay, I sent you, okay, stupid. Okay, that's April. And I showed you. See, you got the hospital, you got the people, you got the poor husband that just passed away. And you've got the Groupons for the masks. Now, why do we even have Groupons selling masks when the hospitals can't get them? So the masks are being hoarded too, which makes me think that they knew this pre-planned, pre-done, pre-whatever. That's what I'm going to say there with that. They are laying off nurses in New York. Okay, wait, why? Why are we laying off nurses in New York? Okay, that's just bizarre. See, I am just thinking there's other things going on. Wait, and I was going to tell, now I have oh yeah, 2 things. This came, I'm not going to say, but 2 things that happened today. Hospitals are empty. Out here, they're just normal. Actually, they're less than normal out here, but that could be because people don't want to go to the hospitals. I mean, we don't want to go anyway when it's a hospital. Plandemic. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Okay, so let's talk about the Krispy Kreme donut line, because there's certain pressing issues. Krispy Kreme donuts, I'm just going to say where it is. Probably going to get shut down now by a snitch. A snitch going to come out with your snitching ass self. Who watches the snitchers? Testing kits were infected. There you go. Okay. Yeah, see, but you can't get the testing kits out here. You cannot get them. As I said, my other friend, I have 2 friends named Lori. My friend that runs the kids shelter, one of her kids is a nurse or a training practitioner that was doing the mouth swabs for it up in Orange County, and 4 people tested positive for that out of however many people through the drive-through thing. That's the only place I heard of it out here, and we did hear of that outbreak. Now, in Riverside County, apparently you will get arrested if you're not wearing a mask. So you've got to wear your mask outside. or you're going to get arrested. So they're going to take you, I guess, to the prison where they just released 3,500 prisoners and put you in there, as opposed to the rapist they just let out, because of course he should not be getting it, but you, for not wearing a mask, who doesn't have it, will probably go in there and get infected. That's what I'm thinking. Don't know what to say about that. Sarcasm runs high over here tonight. And then they were giving out free donuts. Oh, they were giving out free donuts. Oh, this makes so much sense. Somebody texted me. Okay, yeah, wear a ski mask. Like we should all be wearing ski masks, actually. I think that would be hilarious. Show up with a gun and a ski mask. Give me the donuts. Okay, so the Krispy Kreme in over there at the Empire Center, I literally drove by and it was like 70 cars around the block. I was like, oh my freaking God, you people gonna be blown up before you get out of here. So the whole parking lot, Walmart, Best Buy, which you can't get into Best Buy, you gotta do a curbside pickup. Of course, they come up to your car and they reach into your car and give you the stuff. So, whatever. And then Target and whatever else is open over there, they're all open and packed. So people are going out and they're going in public because you can't cage people. I guess if we're going to die, we're going to die. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, the Krispy Kreme donut line is what struck me as hilarious. Yeah, snitches, bitches and snitches. I know, these fucking snitches. Let's see. It's legit. A box, a dozen per person every day. I can't go near there then. I can't go to Krispy Kreme. Hey, all you Krispy Kreme donut eaters, who knew a box free every day? They're going to go out of business. Come on. And you can't eat that many Krispy Kremes. You're going to be huge. I mean, you're going to be huge, like this big. You put those donuts down now. Put them down now. That strikes me as hilarious. Here, so people are depressed. We're going to feed them sugar and fat, and they're going to eat it all so they're going to come out. So they're going to die from heart disease, diabetes, whatever the problem is. They're going to drop dead within 3 months of getting out of freaking quarantine. Okay. And then they punish you if you go outside, even if you're by yourself. But then they're doing their press conferences crammed into rooms with people. Thank you. There's 2 pink ones just went by. Okay, I think that says Judith. I have no idea who the other one is. An orange one and another pink one. Thank you, guys. So we don't know what's really going on. Yeah, Tulip's a judgy bitch. No, she's with Keithy here. She's with Keithy tonight. I'm in the studio. She's with her boys. Tulip is kind of that way. I mean, she is a mommy's girl, but when she can be with her, oh God, who's telling me this? Sorry, when she can be with her boys, she's going to ditch me for her boy anytime, right? Because I'm a chick, so she don't want to be around me. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, second funny thing, put the cookie down, step away from the damn cookie. I'm serious. I honestly get the impression, donuts, I know I can't get it out of my head. I'm going to be in line at 6:30 a.m. in the rain for exercise to wait for donuts so I can become suicidal by noon, because I just realized I ate 12 donuts from Krispy Kreme and that I will gain 15 pounds overnight, right? Oh my God, right? No, I can't. Now, what I did notice is I noticed people are getting more and more depressed during this time. So I did see people exercising. Carol was out doing her exercise today with her husband. That was so good. Estelle was running up and down her driveway again, and I've put her driveway on my most run lists. So when I get out of this, I'm going to be running up to Estelle's house so I can run up and down her grandparents' driveway, because it's a must see. So I'm going to do that. That's going to be on my trail list. So that's one of them. Not joking. I want to see where people have been running. I think it's weird because it seems like the whole world is going into depression. Some people are weirdly wearing the same clothes over and over. Oh God, somebody has a home gym. I just saw home gym. I'm going to order an exercise thing, an elliptical. And then me and Lori were discussing that. So that's what we did. And then I'm still going to sneak out. But when it rains, what the freaking hell? I'm doing online yoga. I haven't done it yet, but I'll be doing it. I showed you I was running through stream like the damn Hunger Games. Yeah, there you go. See, we have some people doing good running. They're running outside. They're going everywhere they want. But we're talking about exercise in a free country. And the thing about being free is we have the right to question, and nobody's questioning anything. They're just like listening. They said we should listen to the authorities. Oh my God, what is wrong with you? The authorities are all standing crammed in a newsroom with no masks on and no 6 feet away. Why are we listening to them? They're laughing at us. They're not social distancing. We are social distancing. Oh yeah. And Canada, that weirdo, I almost said Trump, Trudeau, the weirdo, okay, his wife has been cleared now, but he is self-quarantined because he knows people don't like him. He knows he has no friends. So he's hiding because he's butthurt is what it is. He's not even sick. He's just hiding. I hate that guy too. Put him on the list with the queen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me if you like him and don't take me seriously. Yeah, it's kind of interesting anyway, the way everything's going. So now I wanted to talk, totally switch. Oh God, you just had to mention it. Somebody is talking about the man that has the last name that mentions Gates. I mean, the one with the last name Gates. Okay, why am I listening to him? Who is he? I mean, you guys are listening to me because you choose to come here. I'm not on the news blathering away with no medical experience. What, I mean, he donated money. The Chinese government, oh, that guy, wait. Chinese, oh, I can't even find it. I get so many texts all day. Chinese guy, this is for Tiffany. She's making me laugh. Tiffany is also a Leo. Anyway, she said her friend did wear a ski mask. 911, the fucking person wearing the mask outside. I'm getting robbed. No, it's okay. It's just the virus. This is how, do you understand they're videotaping us from space? And they're looking at us like we're crazy, like we're nuts. Oh God, I'm sorry. I find everything funny. Even if I die, I'm going to say it's funny. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. It's funny. That's right. Nobody should have to break into a park to run, but apparently the social distancing Nazis. Oh God, don't, I literally heard somebody say, 3 people say on their Facebooks, I'm following the rules. Okay, good for you, but you don't get extra points for not asking questions and ascertaining from a logical, intellectual point what the hell is going on. Just because you're listening to what's on the TV, you understand it's entertainment, right? You know that they have producers producing the segments, right? You know they have PR firms running everything in this country, right? So you following the fucking rules makes you a moron. I'm not saying you shouldn't wash your hands. I'm not saying if you're sick, don't stay home. But if somebody in your house leaves your house, you could get infected every day. So you're not so pious, you're perfect. So stop saying that shit. They're trying to piss us against each other with mental manipulation. They're trying to do that. This is actually, it's like the Hunger Games. Oh, my nose is itchy. Yeah, I could sneeze right now, but none of you are catching it. Do you notice when people sneeze outside, everybody's like this? Like everybody's afraid. It's ridiculous. I'm like, come on. Just because you have a cold or something doesn't mean you're going to die from it. It doesn't mean these things are going to happen. It just doesn't. You have to keep a positive mind. And I'm sorry, but if I am going to die, then I'm going to enjoy my day. That Keithy didn't call me today. And if I call him when I'm on camera, he will not answer because he's secretly watching me to see if I mention his name so he can avoid having his name mentioned. He's like, don't do that. Now suddenly they're shy. They're shy. It's because they've been caught in the house and they probably, haven't been shaving and stuff like that. But it's just so weird. I mean, it's very weird to me that people actually think that they score points for following the rules. You don't score points, as in Nazi Germany. Not one of those people during the Holocaust, maybe a few, the guy that rescued like 1,100 people, that's the reason some people are on the planet now, is because that guy took those grandparents out of there, parents, young people, and took them one by one, risking his life because he had some balls. You remember that guy? I don't know the guy's name. And he did it secretly. He was an Olympic guy. I mean, he'd been in the Olympics and then they canceled it because of the war. Anyway, he saved like 1,100 people. And then they showed him all the families that were able to procreate and go on that he brought to the planet because he questioned authority and he knew that they were lying to the people. And he went undercover and did it, meaning he chose of his own accord to do it. So if people don't question the establishment, we end up in, I don't know if it was actually the Schindler guy or the guy had a different name. But if we don't question the government and we listen to them blindly without looking at facts and seeing things, and yes, I am aware people are dying. I am not being flippant about that. I know that they die. I am not stupid, and I know there's apparently somebody hoarding masks and respirators in this country right now. And then they're saying there's a shortage of them, but they know where the closet full of them is. I saw that on the news. I saw it. So, I mean, I actually saw Cuomo say, oh, well, we were doling them out. And I'm like, well, since you've got people begging for them, maybe you should just give them to those people right now since they seem to need it instead of you deciding. But if we don't question, then we basically are in communism. This is a dry run for somebody say they wore a scream mask. I have a scream mask at home. I should put it on. Go with a butcher knife out and see if anybody does anything. No, they're not going to question it. God forbid we want the government to like us by following the rules. I'm good. I followed the rules. All you have to know is if you're sick, stay the fuck home, wash your hands. Other than that, go about your business. I don't understand. I really don't understand. I'm sorry, call me stupid, but TB is so infectious and I don't ever see them shutting down from TB ever. It's all over. It's diverse. I know what it is. And I'm not saying people aren't going to be sick. I'm not saying that. No, it isn't being responsible if you're not sick to not go about your business. If nurses and doctors, vets, 7-Eleven workers, food store workers can go out, then I too can go out and do it. Starbucks lines are full. Okay, they're full. Nobody's sick. I ask every morning. Anybody show up in the line sick? Nope. Nobody's sick, at least showing outward, and nobody is exhibiting any symptoms of being sick. So it is ridiculous to quarantine people who aren't sick, especially if they live in a house with people that go out and work and come back in. Because the people that go out and work, you better take all your fucking clothes off naked on the front porch and spray your ass down before you walk through the door, because you know on the bottom of your running shoes, that shit's sticking there. So then what? Do you kill your family when you walk in from your work? No, I don't think so. I don't think we look at it that way. I think you wipe your feet, you walk in your door, and you take a shower. I think reasonable people will be taken. I think it'll be fine. I think if you have immune system, you shouldn't go out. That's what I think. And I don't want the hate mail. So if I get hate mail, I'm not responding to it. And I don't care. You can be right and I can be stupid. So we're going to agree to go that way with it. But I still, regardless, you have to mop the house. Exactly. But regardless of that, I'm not understanding why we're not questioning, because this is a dry run for communism. We're basically going to go into communism. They're going to let us out and they're going to let us back in, and then we're going to follow heed, because they've got us conditioned, and you can't ever do that. You can't do it. Like if you snitched on Anne Frank, you wouldn't have Anne Frank. You wouldn't know what really went on. If the people didn't hide her and her family, you wouldn't have that. And by the way, they said that race of people was a virus. Okay, that's how Hitler presented it. And the dumb people went along with it. Oh, okay, well, he told us to kill them. What is that? Think for yourself, for God's sakes. Read the statistics for yourself. How many people do you know? Minus Tammy, who knows 2 people. But other than that, how many people does anybody know? So start doing that. Go to your hospital. Maybe don't walk in there if you don't want to, but find out who's in there, who's sick, how many patients did they have last May versus this May? Where are the testing centers? Drive by them and see who's running into them being tested. Just wondering. Okay, now I've ranted again. See, I go on these rants and no one cares. That's right. But that's just my thinking, and I'm entitled to my opinion. I'm so It makes me insane. Uh, it makes me insane because some people are like, you know, your opinion is this, but it is my opinion and it's how I choose to live my life. I'm going to go down questioning and fighting, possibly getting arrested. That's what I'm going to do. I'm sorry. And if I get sick, don't touch your face. Touch, 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 touch. I'm here by myself. I'm going to touch my face. I'm probably going to rub my butt too, right? Like I'm going to scratch my butt when I get up from sitting on it. And then I'm going to touch my face. Ew. We all do stuff like this. People don't not touch their face. I mean, how do you not touch your face all day? I watch people do it. Now I'm acutely aware. I watched The Checker. This was the funniest thing. So I was in Sprouts. I love to use Sprouts, okay? I was in Sprouts, and so the guy in front of me, he was doing two separate orders, so billing two different bills. So he got this order and then paid for this order. Then the lady in front of me, she has a mask on. Oh, no, sorry, she came behind me. No, she came behind me to ask a question. So she had her mask on, which was great, good for her, but it wasn't covering her nose. And then she had to move it to talk to the cashier, who had to move it to talk to her, and I'm like, we're infected. Swarm. Seinfeld reference. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop. Okay. So let's, I will stop. I swear. I'm going to stop. Yeah, I feel bad when anyone dies, but when I look at the statistics, they say New York is going down. I don't know if I believe that either, because I don't think it's that much of a difference, but you know, I'd have to see it. And then the problem I'm having is the CDC, who we all quote, myself included. The CDC is, it's a private company, and you know, that Gates has got his fingers in everywhere with finance. And then the Chinese president, or whoever runs China, I don't know the guy's name, just accepted a donation from Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. What is that? So let me get this right, China. You create something, if you in fact did. I don't even know if I agree with that premise. I guess it's possible. Came out of a lab somewhere. So you get that, and the more people you say get infected from it, we've got Gates donating money to China, but didn't they cause the problem? So why aren't you, Gates, donating money for what? Respirators and fucking masks? Why aren't you doing that in your own country? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know why you're not. And then we've got George Soros, who's lending money to do everything against America again. Why is that guy? Who is that guy? Somebody go find that guy. Pick that little bitch up. Get that little bitch over here and get him arrested for being out in public. He's got to be out in public somewhere. Somebody go find that guy. Really, George Soros, you know, that ugly little troll. Get that guy. I'm just like, it makes no sense. If you're going to donate the money to China, why aren't you giving it to the hospitals in America? Or the nurses that are getting laid off, why aren't you paying them? And oh my God, and then I'm shutting up. The banks out of that whole thing that the government said that we're all going to get $1,200. Trust me, I'm not getting it. I never get anything from the government, okay? I can promise you that. I don't have health insurance, never have had health insurance in this country. Can tell you that right now. Whatever services they give to people in this country, I never get. So I don't even know, what do they do with people like me that don't have medical insurance if we get sick? Do we just walk into the hospital, or do they take us, or do they take, you know, they're like, no, not you, get out. I don't know. So the $1,200 that we're supposed to get, they sent whatever that $2 billion severance package was, or whatever they called it, surplus package to give to people, whatever it was. They literally paid the banks off. That's what they did. They paid the banks off. Now, I wasn't aware the banks needed money, because the banks are taking our money and they're leaving our money, and soon our money will be worth nothing if this keeps going. So I'm having a whole problem with the thing, but who cares? Yeah, it is what it is, right? Okay, let's see. Get covered. No, if you don't have health insurance, get covered, California. Yeah, okay, so now I'm going to further piss people off. You people are going to like leave my channel in droves. I don't believe I'm going to be sick. What I need is accident insurance. I don't need health insurance because I don't operate from the premise that I'm going to get sick one day. I just don't believe it. And it's my belief system. Haven't been sick. Don't know why I'd get sick. And that's the way I feel about it. Don't feel I'm ever going to get sick. Just saying. Sorry, I don't buy into it. Because when you buy the insurance like that, they say, you know, you're saving for that day when you get sick. That's intention. I'm not getting sick, nor am I going to pay $800 a month. My son has medical insurance and there's like a $7,600 deductible. Who has that kind of cash lying around? Just curious. Because if you do, maybe you got some for the rest of us. But I mean, that's interesting. So he's got insurance, but it's like 7,600, and that's through like a good company organization. So that's very weird to me. Anyway, I just don't feel like I'm going to get sick. However, accident I could see, and accident insurance is a lot cheaper. I should consider getting that. I should consider getting that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now that I've rambled on ad nauseum. So I'm going to need to take a break because it's a full moon and I'm getting agitated. Okay, somebody needs to find George Soros. Literally pick him up because he's got to be a little bitch. Pick him up and just, I mean, maybe, I don't know, maybe you should pick him up with gloves or like the grabber thing. Pick that little bitch up and bring him in here and get him arrested because he seems to be a troublemaker all over the place, giving money. I mean, please. Anyway, I've done that enough. Now, here's what we're going to do. It's going to be a full moon. It's on Tuesday. I don't know. I'm liable to piss a bunch of people off. So if you send me hate mail, just know that you're not the first. And I don't fucking care. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I wanted to talk about Mars in your chart. Mars, since we're in a war right now. A war for the truth because we're being lied to because it's so ridiculous out there. You got two people in their 50s dying from something that they shouldn't be freaking dying from, and the wife doesn't get anything. So we're in some kind of a war. So Mars. Let's look at Mars. Okay, my Mars is in Virgo, said somebody. Call Adam Schiff. Yeah, I can't even begin to go. I'll go into a rant and a tirade from hell if I do that. You will never tune back in if you make me talk about Adam Schiff. I can't. I'm going to pinch myself. Can't. Okay, so the Mars in your chart. So let's look at... Let's look at Mars in the chart, okay? So Mars in the chart. Mars is the action one takes in their chart. Now, if you are male, Mars in a man's chart is the way that he expresses himself. So the sign that his Mars is in and the house placement of his Mars is how he presents himself to the world, whether he's that sign or not. That doesn't matter. It just matters where the aspects to Mars, the house placement of Mars, and the sign that it's in. If you are a woman and you have your Mars in whatever sign it's in, that will reflect along with your sun sign and the placement of Mars and the aspects to Mars, which I can't do for every single person because that would be psychotic, will describe the kind of man that you pull into your life. So what kind of man are you going to pull in? So I've got to start at the beginning. Mars in Aries, okay? Mars in Aries. Aries is naturally ruled by Mars. So Mars in Aries is actually a good placement for Mars to be in. So people with Mars in Aries will take action. They will argue. They will question authority. They are physical. They have quick tempers, and then as quickly as it comes, it goes. And they are people who are traditionally male. If you're talking about a man with Mars in Aries, traditionally male in their expression. They'll tell you how they feel. They'll step up and do things that, quote, men do in traditional sense. Okay, I understand that things, things that change throughout society in different generations, but Mars in Aries is actually a good placement for Mars. I mean, unless unless you have something in conflict with it, then you could be screaming at the person all day long. But Mars in Aries is a pretty traditionally male or masculine thing. If a woman has her Mars in Aries, it means that the influence of the man that she's with is pretty much straightforward. So what he says is what he does. What he won't do, he won't do. What you see is what you get. So remember that with Mars in Aries, what you see is what you get. And so it's a very direct, it is confrontational, action-oriented. Today is April 5th. I got that. So it's a very traditional, action-oriented placement for Mars. So Mars in Aries is actually good. There, your sun's Mars is in Aries. So that is actually really good. So Mars in Aries is, it's also truthful, and it can be, that is me, female, Mars in Aries. So you're going to attract a very traditional man, Mars in Aries. Okay, so very, very traditional. So the Mars in Aries is good. Now, Mars in Taurus, don't hate on me, okay? Because my little chirperoo has Mars in Taurus, my little Jason. Yeah, he got a chirpy little Mars in Taurus. What I will say about Mars in Taurus, first of all, in a man's chart, it makes them focus. Mars in the second house, very similar to Mars in Taurus, but depending on the sign that it's in. If it's in Pisces, that's going to give it a whole other different spin. But Mars in this, Mars in Taurus people love the things that they love. So if they love chocolate, they're going to indulge. If they love sex, they love sex. If they love to drink, they love to drink. If they love food, they love food. Whatever Mars in Taurus loves, it will follow through with. It will do, and it will make it a priority in their life. Mars in Taurus is also very fundamentally traditional in the sense that it wants the traditional things: security, work, okay, work, security, you know, a nice home, a place to park their car, a nice car. So they like the material things, and they will work to get those things through their Mars in Taurus. And once they, yeah, I think Taurus men are cute. Yeah, Taurus men are cute. I like their necks. They have like strong necks. But we're talking about Mars in Taurus, not Sun in Taurus, Mars in Taurus. So the man with the Mars in Taurus could have a different sun sign, I'm just thinking. But the Mars in Taurus is pretty traditional in its effect on the planet, okay? So it feels very natural. They get up and they go to work. They focus on their work. They put their 401ks. They will get their health insurance. They have their car. They have their car insurance. They will do that kind of thing. So Mars in Taurus is good. It's a little bit stubborn. I'm just saying that for my little chirperoo. That's Jason, chirperoo. I'm going to get a text from him going, stop fucking talking that. And I'm going to go, I thought you didn't watch my stuff. Oh, I don't. I heard. That's what I'll hear. But anyway, little Mars in Taurus, it's actually, they can be very stubborn, but they can also be very sweet. So they'll take on the things that a man with Mars in Taurus will do, things like bring his girl flowers and the traditional things like Mars in Aries. They are traditional. Mars in Aries is more hot-headed, so they will cuss you out. Mars in Taurus is more stubborn, so they're not going to budge. They don't have to cuss you out. They're just not going to do anything, right? So Mars in Taurus is very, very good, okay? It's a good, solid sign, unless you want it to do something it doesn't want to do. Then you're fucked, which is kind of funny. Yeah, slow and steady. Somebody said that. That's Mars in Taurus. Oh, my nose ring is itchy. I wonder if I have a sneeze. See, I'm touching my face, and I'm dinging my ring into my nostril. Okay, so just thought I'd illustrate that. Now I touched my computer, so if you come over here and use the computer, it's a problem. Okay, so then we have Mars in Gemini. Now, Mars in Taurus is great. You're just stubborn. If you're a woman and you have, wait, let me finish that. If you're a woman and you have Mars in Taurus, you're going to pick a man. Oh, so Mars in Taurus in the 7th is very traditional. That's a person that will get married, actually. You'll get married and you'll meet a man who wants to get married. Chirperoo, because he wouldn't shut up when he was little. You think I talk a lot? That kid, when he gets going, he's like, you're like, holy shit, what the hell just hit the room? That's what you're like, Jesus, what happened? Thank you for that. I just saw a green one, and I think it said Monica. So Mars in Taurus in a woman's chart means she's looking for a traditional, steady man with which to connect with, okay? So it's that It's that kind of a thing. It's very traditional. So that's a good thing. But if you argue with them, God help you, is all I'm saying. Just God help you. And they need their stuff. The way that I would describe Mars and Taurus is if you go to Walmart and you buy a shirt, I'm not telling anyone to go to Walmart. God forbid, social distancing, you will not find in Walmart. But anyway, if you were to buy a shirt before all this nonsense shit happened in Walmart, a Mars in Taurus would maybe go and want a little bit more upscale than that, because they want the texture of it to be right. The material aspect of the purchase is important to Mars and Taurus. So that is. Thank you, Caitlin. I just saw that. So Mars and Taurus is very geared towards the physical part of it. Then we have Mars and Gemini. Now, Mars and Gemini is very interesting, okay? Mars and Gemini is an interesting one because, and now my eyes are twitching again. I'm like, Mars and Gemini. I'm kidding. Mars and Gemini is very interesting because it's a man that will express himself charismatically. So Mars and Gemini is somebody who's going to be able to communicate. Probably be that guy that is someone in his business who's the one that sets up all the communication, the sales, the talking, the one who's going to talk to 1,700 people during the day and keep going. Probably you're going to have to tell them if you're married to a Mars in Gemini, you're going to have to say at like 4 a.m. in the morning, I have to get to sleep, I have to get up in an hour. So you're going to say that. So Mars in Gemini is very talkative and very focused on the communication aspect of relating as a male. So they can also be the ones that can come into any kind of conversation where there's fighting or anything and say to this person, okay, let me understand your point, and say to this person, let me understand this point. And so they can kind of, through their connection, bring people together. So it's a communicative thing, okay? So the Mars in Gemini is very, very communicative. It's lovely to talk to. For a woman with Mars in Gemini, she really is looking for a man with which to communicate with. Like for her sexually, the Mars in Gemini, she wants a partner where it is conversational. We women, we blah, blah, blah too much, I know. And men are just like, feed me, fuck me, and something else. I don't know, whatever that saying is, okay? So the girl's like, but talk to me, I need to know how you feel. And men are like, yeah, I don't know, can I get a blowjob? That's like men and women. That's our basic difference. Don't hate me for saying that. It's all true. I know there's a sensitive guy out there. But anyway, Mars in Gemini, the woman with Mars in Gemini, again, depending on house placement and aspects to the Mars, she wants a man that can communicate with her. That's her primary interest in a man. Are we friends, and can I speak to him? So Mars in Gemini is very, very much focused on like getting these people together, so they're social and they're, they can be bouncing around quite a bit. They're not a man that's going to stay at home and sit in front of the TV for sure. They're going to go golfing with their buddies. They're going to tell you about their antics. They're going to go on their Facebook and video film themselves. They're going to video film you. You're probably going to tell them to shut up 25,000 times a day. It's that kind of thing. But it's a good one. It's actually really good. It's communicative. So then from Mars in Gemini, we go to Mars in Cancer. Mars in Cancer is interesting because it is a Mars sign. Mars is masculine and it's warring and it's however you want to say it. And Cancer is feminine and receptive and distancing and emotional and moody, possibly bipolar. I have Mars in Cancer, I can say that. So the woman with Mars in Cancer is looking for a man. Cancer is a sign of fighty people. They can be very much fighters. Crybaby. Somebody said crybaby. Fucking hilarious. Sorry. Definitely a fucking crybaby. Anyway, Mars in Cancer, the female is looking for a man that is going to parent her. I don't mean that in a sick way. What I mean is she wants her man to take care of her in the sense like make sure she's fed. She'd want things like when she's pregnant to make sure that that's she's taken care of. Some men will go out and golf when you're pregnant and like you're in labor and they're like, wait, I got to finish the last hole. Like they're insensitive. Mars in Cancer would suggest that the woman is looking for a man to take care of her. Yeah, Cancer blows everything out of proportion, of course, because they're crybabies. Oh God, that's great. They are fucking crybabies. Cancer in and of itself, all you Cancers are crybabies, okay? So don't get mad at me. Don't send me hate. I can't control you. But the man with Mars in Cancer, now this is interesting, was raised by a weak father influence. The women too, but for women to be raised by a weak man or a man that is not aggressive enough to really parent the child, okay, the emotional distance and not to take the reins, you usually find, I have found through astrology, through a lot of them, that Mars in Cancer usually is raised by some kind of addict or alcoholic. Cancer, alcoholism. But the man with Mars in Cancer is raised where the male influence is blocked in some way, so they have to ascertain their masculinity themselves, and so they construct it in a different way. So it's not as strong, or it can overcompensate and become aggressive as fuck, okay? So that's how we are in my house. I'm aggressive as fuck. So, oh God, I just realized, yeah, I'm probably not like, nice, nice. No, I will fight you. See, that's Cancer. I will fight you. That's me in a love relationship. I go from sulking to pouting to trying to beat the shit out of. Anyway, sorry, I digress. So Mars in Cancer in a man, though, the masculine, you know how we all parent ourselves after the parent of our gender, like the women, the mothers, the fathers for the most part. The men with Mars in Cancer, something is blocked there. No, Mars in Cancer, not Cancer. My Chirperoo is a Cancer too, but he doesn't have Mars in Cancer, and he's stubborn as shit with an Aries rising. So that guy ain't backing down from shit. But it's interesting. I hate crying too. I absolutely hate crying, but sometimes now it feels funny. Oh my God. Wait, I have to stop. I just have to say this. So Arlene isn't even on here tonight, but anyway, she sent me that text. You guys all know that that black guy, the porn guy that everybody's sending around the internet. Do you guys know that? His name was Wood. I'm not a pervert. It's that very, 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 I don't know, frightening looking, darker skinned gentleman with a very frightening looking naked body. Anyway, and by that I mean, like, good God, keep that away from me. Anyway, Arlene sent me this whole thing, and this is the one time I cried this week. I was looking at the Instagram things, and there were 4 of them in a row. I had to pull over. I was crying so hard from laughing. It was the best thing. I just couldn't stop fucking laughing. You guys have to look up that guy's meme. It's a meme that's all over the internet. Let me see. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm going on to the next sign. Hold on. Let me find it. It's just beyond hilarious. I've got to find it on, I know I saw it on somebody's Instagram, so I've got to find it. It was so funny. I absolutely just thought I was going to die hysterically laughing. Okay, it's this guy. You've seen this guy? He's not naked here, but you've seen the memes with this guy? Okay, honest to God, you people making these memes. Oh, I just think about it. That poor guy, you have to look it up. There's memes with, okay, just look it up. Do it for yourself. You will thank me later. I can't post the naked pictures. It's just like when you look at it, you're just going to fucking die laughing. And they've made this whole series of memes, and Arlene keeps sending them to me, and I'm like, it's that fucking guy. And I started crying. I started crying from laughing so hard, literally had to pull over. Dying laughing. Okay, I'm over that. Anyway, Mars in Cancer also doesn't like to cry. So then we have from Mars in Cancer, because it's more feminine and it's more introverted, which means the person raised with Mars in Cancer doesn't have an influence where the emotions are expressed in authenticity. The person is blocked somehow. So that's Mars in Cancer. And again, it waters down Mars. Mars is aggressive. Cancer is like this. Well, actually, Cancer comes out with those pinchers and then they just pinches the fuck out of you. So then we have Mars in Libra, okay? Oh, Mars in Cancer and Mars Sun, or Cancer Sun up there. That's different. That's Mars on the Sun. That's an aggressive Cancer. That's like being an Aries with an emotional tint to it. So then we have Mars in Leo. Now, Mars in Leo is interesting. Mars in Leo is the guy, think of George Harrison. Y'all remember George Harrison? Probably not. No, not George Harrison. George Hamilton. We all know George Harrison. He was too quiet. Talking about George Hamilton or anybody that you see on camera with the perfect tan, who's a guy, perfect glasses, perfect look, and ascot on. You're looking at your Mars in Leo. They're the ones that come out, and they're the ones that have that look at me, here I am. I'm going to make you pay attention to me. Now, Mars in Leo is more aggressive. It's a fire sign, and Mars resonates well with a fire sign. And it's a dominant one. So these are your leader types, although it's not in its best element being in Leo because the ego is going to get in the way. So women who have Mars in Leo, they actually are looking for a very pretty partner, a good-looking partner, an attractive. You're so good-looking. Gesundheit, Jerry Seinfeld. Anyway, every time someone sneezed, instead of saying bless you, he'd be like, you're so good looking. It struck me funny, sneezing this whole quarantine. Okay, I'm over that too. Anyway, Mars in Leo is masculine. It is flamboyant. It is attractive. So a woman with Mars in Leo is looking for a creative, attractive man. She's looking for a man that if she likes motorcycles and long hair, he has that. That's the first thing that's going to attract her, and the charisma of the Leo. So there's something about the way the person looks to the woman that has Mars in Leo that she's going to want. A man with Mars, okay, until you put Mars in Leo in the 12th, and that waters it down. Mars in the 12th is difficult. I have that. It's a difficult. It has more to do with the father interaction. But Mars in Leo in a man's chart is going to give him that sense of confidence and that sense of style. It's that down the street, like I'm cool and my hair's combed right and I'm all that. That's the Mars in Leo. But on a cool level, Mars in Leo is going to, now I'm itching my ankles. I wonder if I've caught something. Mars in Leo on a decent level actually is very creative and very concerned for people that are children, okay? So it's children geared. So these will be your men that if you can tame them, they'll make good fathers as well because they're creative and they're fun. So they tend to be like that. I have no father. Okay, I can't even. Somebody with no father. Well, Leo is a loss of father, so you know that. From the other videos, I don't know if you know that, but I've talked about that. But Mars, Mars in Leo it's creative, but it's attractive too. So these are your hot-looking people, male and female. It's that kind of thing. Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo. Now, Mars in Virgo, God better help that man clean his house, right? With Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo is another one that goes to the intellect within an intimate relationship. But Mars in Virgo in a man's chart can be kind of kinky. They're one of my kink signs, the Virgo. Mars in Virgo in a woman's chart means she can put up, now depending on what planets are conjuncting it and the house that it's placed in, it can be you could date with Mars in Virgo a quirky character, okay? it would be somebody that is telling you one thing and telling you why things are good in a certain way, and then you focus on dating them for this reason, and then they twist it on you. So Mars in Virgo can be quite kitschy, kind of quirky and strange, up in their head, focused on themselves, but they can make good lovers. Mars in Virgo is not a bad sign. Virgos can be quite good, actually. Speaking for a friend, not myself. But anyway, Mars in Virgo is, it's quite charismatic in an intellectual way. A man with Mars in Virgo has been taught that what he can teach others and how he can help others, and they have kind of a workout ethic as well. So they're often in good shape. So men with Mars in Virgo have been taught discipline growing up for the most part. And if they don't pay attention, they'll get it when they're older. That part's interesting. Now, Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra. Am I gone? Who's saying I'm gone? Why am I gone now? Am I gone? Wait. Am I gone? No, it says I'm going. Okay, am I gone? She didn't drop off. I can still see her. Well, see, maybe I'm dead and some of you can see me and some of you can't. I'm not really here. I'm actually dead. All right, so some of you are mediums. You are seeing me. And other ones, they can't see me and they're just, I'm not there. Okay, back. Someone says I'm back. Okay, so I see you. No, I see you. No, you don't see me. Why don't you see me? I'm fine. Okay, now I'm schizophrenic. Mars in Libra. Mars in Libra has a little bit of a quirk to it. They can have anger because Mars is the planet of war in the sign of balance, means they war to get their balance. So they can be very, very undercurrent of anger. They can actually have anger issues. So Mars in Libra can be the sign that has anger issues, okay? I know, ADD. I have ADD. Mars in Libra has a lot of like anger issues, problems, that kind of thing with it. They are also extremely artistic. So you'll find a lot of artists with Mars in Libra, whether they work at that or not. You will notice that they have this artistic twist to how they see things. Women with Mars in Libra are looking for an attractive man, and they're a little bit looking for somebody that elevates their status in society. So the Libra is looking to be elevated status-wise. So Mars in Libra is looking for that from the female perspective. From the male perspective, they are looking for, they are looking to balance that which is maddening to them in their life. So they can go from being very even keeled to like off the rails. Libra is a tricky sign. When you combine it with Mars or in a man's chart, even in a woman's moon sign, it can be passive aggressive as shit or straight out aggressive. So on the negative side, okay, on the negative side. But Mars in Libra is very creative. In the woman's chart, she's looking to elevate her status. The man is looking to be seen as well. So, and is often quite, what would you say it, focused on elevating what he does in his life artistically. So there's a creativeness with him, and they're often very pretty as well, or attractive, whatever you want to say. So then we have Mars in Scorpio. Now, I don't have, sorry, I'm reading a Seinfeld thing. I just saw it, and it's going to make me laugh. It's like I have ants in my pants today. Mars in Scorpio is very interesting because Scorpio and Aries, okay, both of them before the advent of Scorpio going to Pluto, both Aries and Scorpio took ownership over Mars, or Mars took ownership over both. Pluto Scorpio is very similar to having Mars in Aries with a twist. They don't give up, they're relentless, they won't forget, and they won't talk about it. Aries cannot keep quiet when they're angry. Mars in Aries, they'll explode like this. Mars in Scorpio is plotting behind your back. So when you are dating a man with Mars in Scorpio, no, number one, they're very observant. No, number two, that it's all about control with their masculinity. So they know how to control, and it can be bordering on manipulative. Now that's interesting if it were in, oh, that's 6th house. I thought you said 8th house. Eighth house, yeah, eighth house has the scorpionic undertone to it when your Mars is placed in there. So you will attract men that are the dominant ones and they are the forceful ones, and it goes their way, not your way. If you are a woman with Mars in Scorpio, chances are, along with Mars in Capricorn, that you could have been raised in a military family or a family that believes in things in a certain way, and it's expressed like that in a particular way. So Mars in Scorpio is interesting. On a sexual level, they can go from very, very, hungry, I was going to say vivacious, to very, very feast or famine. And it's all about control. Okay. So it's all about control with this Mars in Scorpio, very much about control. The women are looking to be controlled. So you can have a little bit of a sadomasochistic dimension with Mars in Scorpio, Mars and Venus as well. Not bad if that's what you want. Obviously, that's what they want, right? So then we go to Mars in Sagittarius. Mars in Sagittarius, okay, these people, again, it's mutable for them. But Mars in Sag likes exercise. So you will find men that express their masculinity through things that they do exercise-wise or physically wise or through what they learn. They're constantly trying to teach you what they're learning, how they're learning. Who is saying boring, stop? I don't know. No, you're boring, you stop. Whatever you say to me, I say back to you. Whatever you are, whatever I am, you are. It goes right back to you. I'm sure she wasn't even talking about that. So anyway, Mars in Sagittarius, you will find men born with Mars in Sagittarius trying to prove themselves through their intellect, okay? So they're going to try to learn things so they can teach it to you. They're going to be very physical. These are people that are on Christmas Day are going to want to go skiing in the Alps and then fly home and then go to a rollerblading thing and then bet on a soccer game and then show up for dinner for 10 minutes, and they're not going to sit still, okay? So after that, they're not going to sit still and they're going to move around constantly. Women with Mars in Sag obviously are looking for Sagittarius energy. So they're looking for their men to have that kind of physicality. It's a good athlete one. It's a good, even if they're not good athletes, they'll focus on it till they become good athletes. So Mars in Sag is very, very interesting. It's a good, sturdy, stable sign with a little bit of a quirky twist and a little bit of ADD. So they're not able to sit still. So they're constantly in the move Mars in Scorpio with Mars in Sag. Yeah, well, that seems like it works for you guys. It works for you. People go, what signs should go together? And I'm like, if you're with somebody and you're, okay, whoever's going ziz, 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 whatever, who cares? People ask which signs should go together. It doesn't matter which signs go together if you're with somebody. Like, don't base it on that, because there's always something. If you're going to marry the person, have kids with them, there's always something in the chart that is referenced in that. Okay, so there's always something in the chart. You will see something in the chart that shows this is why you married this person, even if it's not overtly obvious. Like if you're some weird sign that's squaring another sign that's not right or whatever, it doesn't really matter, okay? I can't spare a square. That's really going on right now. People can't spare their fucking toilet paper. Where is the goddamn toilet paper? This is what I want to know. For Easter, I would like somebody to tell me where the toilet paper is. Seriously. Okay, I'm over that. But Mars in Sag is interesting. And from Mars in Sag, we go to Mars in Capricorn. So Mars in Capricorn is like the general. So these people are like really regimented. Men with Mars in Capricorn, these can be people that are focused, direct. They can be in the military. They can be very controlling. It's not a bad sign. It's actually a good sign for Mars to be in Capricorn, because it's your strength and your power in leadership. So when a woman has Mars in Capricorn, she's looking for that kind of energy, a man that's sturdy, can focus, disciplined, in alignment with thinking, very traditional, because remember, Capricorn is traditional. So Mars in Capricorn is a traditional type of a thing. So it's very much like that. Now, from Mars in Capricorn, you also will learn that they will become stronger as they grow, because as all things Capricorn, they grow as they age. So their strength comes out in midlife and beyond. So a young Mars in Capricorn wants to take control, but doesn't really have the knowledge to do it. And I'm talking if it's a man. And then as they grow, they will get the knowledge and they'll be open to doing it. So it's like very, very good. Yeah, there's ridiculous people. I don't know. I have to go shopping. Okay. You know what? I think the trolls are probably people I know, and they're probably the trail trolls. So fuck off and whatever. Yeah, I don't care if the trolls are here. It just gives me more attention, right? Right. It just means you love me. You love me so much you can't stand it. You have to troll my ass. That's what it means. You think I'm super cute. That's what it means. Okay. And then haters are good. If people are hating me, it means I'm doing something good, right? Okay, so from Mars in Capricorn, we go to Mars in Aquarius. Now, Mars in Aquarius can also be, the way that I would describe Mars in Aquarius is your offbeat person marching to the beat of their own drum. Very unique, very unusual, and very much their own like leader to themselves. So they're very much over here and they don't follow what other people say. I like Mars in Aquarius. It's fun, it's quirky, it's strong, but it's also detached. And again, if they want to have Christmas dinner in their underwear playing the harp, they're going to do that, okay? When they have a full house full of people at dinner, that's what they're going to do. They don't have any shame about doing stuff like that. It doesn't bother them. They do what they know feels right for them, and that's what they do. And it's okay. They're pretty good. I mean, it's not a bad sign at all. It's just quirky, and they march to the beat of their own drum. So when a girl has Mars in Aquarius, again, depending on placement and aspects, she is looking for a man that is unique and different and authentic. So she's looking for somebody who's like, people would say are weird. It could be like a nerd. It could be like completely opposite of a nerd. It could be whatever, but she's looking for different in a man. So he needs to catch her attention in a different way because her father was quirky in some way. So the father could have been like an inventor, a strange person, stuff like that. So she's looking for that in a mate. So then from Aquarius, we go to Mars in Pisces. Mars in Pisces is like all of the water sign Mars, but it's even more kind of docile in the sign of Pisces. So again, there is a victim savior thing with the Mars in, and I'm getting a sharp pain through here. Look, they're putting the laser through the right side of my head. We're in the cage and the aliens out there, the monkeys that run the country are like literally lasering the side of my fucking head because I'm talking too much. So they're shocking me like a dog. Never shock your dogs, okay? That's fucked up. Just thinking about that, like who are we to shock them? They can do what they want. Anyway, Mars in Pisces is muted in its expression. A man with Mars in Pisces has been on both sides of masculinity. He's had it taken away and he has had it. The woman with Mars in Pisces is looking to save her man. So she will often pick a man which she can elevate, a project relationship. Don't get mad at me, Mars in Pisces people. You know it. You know that you're looking for somebody that you can help fix in a way. So it's a little bit of a savior. Women with Mars and Pisces have to watch that because you can tend to find a man that that's broken, like a drug addict. Your Pisces are your foodies, very artistic, could be a music man, that kind of thing. So Mars in Pisces is very, it's multifaceted. It can go from addict to creative. So it can go between both. So it's very much like that. I know I have to get to Tom Hanks. Definitely craving jelly beans. Definitely. Trying not to eat them because that's as bad as donuts. But anyway, so Mars and Pisces, you women have to watch more. The men with Mars and Pisces, they can be very, very, very creative or very, very, very addictive. It's kind of nothing in between. And they're always somewhere in their life, they will tell you about their father and there was a problem with the father. The father was lost or the father was broken or there was something about that. There was something about that kind of thing. So first, okay, so that's the Mars there. Now I want to look because you all reminded me. I can't help myself. I'm really sorry. Oh my God, there's that. I want to take a look at that guy's picture. Can you see him? That's the guy. Check that out. It's going to be really amusing for you when you actually see what God made there. But he's in every meme. And they keep sending me these memes in the morning, but that series of 4 just had me pissing myself laughing. Mr. Wood, yes, him. I actually appreciate it. I love the memes. He's on everything. And I don't know how it started with him. I don't know. Kind of mean, kind of good, but we'll see. Okay, so let's see what Madonna's been up to now. Let's look. Wait, that's not Madonna. Let's see. She's missing Lisbon life. So she's missing whatever she's missing from when she was in Lisbon. And who is this? Oh, she's making action films in her basement. Well, that's kind of cute. I don't know if these are her sons or people she lives with, or if she's not practicing social distancing, but they're in her basement. That's interesting. So she's doing that. Good for them. They're making movies. So that's not so offensive today. Let's see if Maria Shriver's done anything different. Oh, wait. Did she actually put... Okay. Here we go. This is your Sunday evening reminder because I need it from Maria Shriver. Maybe tonight, like me, you are struggling. Definitely she's struggling. Struggling to make sense of everything because nothing feels like it makes sense anymore. But let's stop. Let's remember who we are. We are people that need to question people like her family that ran the government is what we need to do. I don't want to point that out here. Let's remember who we are. We are strong, resilient, and brave. We are going to get through this. You and me and all of us. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind that message, but let's just remember who we are. What I remember is I'm a free, autonomous person who does not have a fever and is not sick, but is being shamed by trolls on the internet about going outside by myself while their whole families go to the fucking grocery store. And they sneak off and do shit and act pious behind everyone's back. Just saying. Okay, so then I want to go to, we have to go to, hello, folks. I'm never going to stop saying that because I have Tourette's now. So let's see. And Tom has not posted a damn thing. It is a cute dog on the couch and he wants us to do our census. So he's done that. So we don't really know what happened to Tom after he came back into the country. Have you noticed Prince Charles is out running around? Why doesn't he have to social distance, or is he special? The Queen didn't get it. Of course, she's 155 years old. That bitch didn't get it. Prince Andrew, I don't think we've heard from him, but I'm sure it's because the Queen bitch slapped him and locked him in the basement. Then we've got somebody else got it and they're out. Kathy Griffin said she had it. Haven't heard from her. Tom and Rita Wilson, they got it, but apparently they're fine. Somebody else got it. Pink has it now. I don't know if she's fine or not, but they're all talking. So there's people dying and it seems horrific over here. And then there's other people over here, usually celebrities, saying they have it and they're fine. I mean, it's just weird to me because some of the celebrities are older people, so I'm not really understanding that. Now, Rita Wilson said she was going to sing for Sunday's iRacing Pro Invitational Series. And that it's wonderful for her to do this. This will be wonderful. Russia, and then somebody writes in the comments, in Russia, people die of hunger, not from COVID-19. Hey, where's Tom? No live videos, asking for a friend. This person doesn't want to get shot. Why are you and the others allowed to be around other people and carry on? We're in lockdown and you're planning events. What happened to the number you gave out to text? I'm interested because I did it and now I don't know who has my info. Oh, that's precious. Okay, I'll stop. And then, so then, Rita is doing Rita Wilson and Naughty by Nature. I find this fascinating. It's fucking tomorrow. 4 hours ago, she posted tomorrow, Naughty by Nature Forever. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Losing my mind, excited. Somebody else posted that. Obviously an ass kissing, whoop ass rule follower. Somebody put amazing. And then we have the trolls. Where's Tom? Something feels really off. You think? This is often awesome. So needed now. Shut up. This is cool. Great job. Okay, so let's look at this video. Blew me away. Aha. I love Naughty by Nature. I was impressed. Awesome. Amazing. Awesome. Amazing. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, these people are pretty nice right now. Yeah, I don't know why she's doing this. Is she really... It's just like a fake. Like, I don't know why I'm not seeing her. This is what she's doing, but I'm just seeing her picture. Wilson! Let's get her phone number. We better give it up for her. Let's see what she did. No, her phone number's up there. That's what she's talking about. So I don't understand why I'm not seeing her. Why doesn't she show herself? Anyway, they must think we're stupid. I think people think we're fucking stupid. I think I'm stupid that I was born on this planet at this time. I think I should have been dead by now. Kathy Griffin has diarrhea. You mean verbal diarrhea, right? Is that what you mean? Okay. Rita Wilson says to text her 310-299-9260. That's from Rita. She wants you to text her. However, I'm going to take what the other person said down there, that she didn't know who had her information. Tom Hanks' career, mudslide. Wait, mudslide where? You betcha. Okay, the Kennedy family is not cursed per se. What has happened is, that's a good thing. Okay, now my ear's itchy. They're doing something in my ear. My nails are going to fall off, and I've just picked my ears and itched my face, possibly scratched my ass. All right. So there's that. Let's look at David Spade. Okay, David Spade.
Models on Instagram hawking tummy teas and making a killing. So guess what? I invested in one, and I'm the spokesperson. Take a look.
Okay.
Hey guys, David Spade here. And if you're like me, you love taking shits. Last year I got
Okay, well,
vacation. I lost 6 pounds. I've never felt worse, but I've never looked better. Most people use tummy teas to stay skinny out here in Hollywood.
He's a strange person. Good for him. He's done that. So we don't see anything with that. I get obsessed with this. I have to put it down because I get obsessed. Okay, what I want to talk about the Kennedys. Somebody asked that. No, the Kennedys don't make bad choices. Karmically speaking, somebody asked about past lives and past life. Oh my God, hypnosis. I'm like, the thing in your head. Past life hypnosis. Okay, first of all, when you come in from a past life, obviously you come into a different family or a similar... Oh, I've got to check Ellen. God bless it. Anyway, you come into a similar line, family line, lineage of people you want to work with or work around or connect with. Here's the thing. If Kennedys go back 7 generations, whoever those people were in their family, if those people in the Kennedy family from 7 generations back caused problems, the sins of the father jump forward for the next 7 generations. You could conceivably call it an ancestral curse. So you have to actually step away and untie your cords from the past life connection, or it can actually bring you down in this connection. However, in this life. However, I don't think people are taught that, so I don't think they know. And I also want to say that a lot of times the Kennedys and families like this are in a cycle of a religion, illuminated type of religion, Luciferianism, whatever, a cult where it continues on. So they're going to have bad luck. You can't do that. I'm going to look up if Kathy Griffiths has diarrhea. I kind of need to know that. All right, let's see this. New York tough. So she did a video on New York showing, she's showing old New York, the trade centers, the new trade centers. See, I don't trust that. I don't want to see that stuff. I'll explain that later. Okay, so while we're all stuck in here, to take your mind, let's see what's going on in the world. I always wanted to have this show as a distraction. Boy, she speaks truth, right? As a break from whatever is going on out there. So if you're feeling down, I want to lift you up. If you feel like you're going in the wrong direction, I want to back up. What is happening with the puppy dog? Oh, she's talking to Chrissy Teigen and what's his name? The husband. So she's talking with them about the dog, and she wants to lift them up with their dog. So that's what she's talking about on her Instagram or whatever the hell that is. Anyway, John Legend. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, and what's, oh God, Kathy Griffin. I just, I don't know. I don't know about that woman. She seems to be, I guess she's funny, but I kind of actually think she's a little bit mean-spirited. Okay, let's see. Okay, Kathy Griffin was maligned for seeking care during coronavirus pandemic, and so was I. Okay, so she's talking about herself in third person. That's interesting. Okay, so somebody named Chad Felix Green, he had the same problem. He looks fine. This Chad Felix Green guy looks okay. I mean, I don't know that I care for his glasses. However, I will say that picture's cute with the dog, so he looks like he's okay. I mean, the dog's there with him, his friend, man's best friend, so I'm happy for him. He's okay. So let's see what else went on with her. Oh, and then I looked up, I'm like, wow, she's changed. It's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's on her thing. So this is what friendship looks like. Thank you, legend. Yeah, I don't know what that's about, but hey, maybe he likes short redheads. Just saying. Okay, so, Chrissy Teigen is mean-spirited. Yeah, I don't know anything about her, really. I've never really seen her. She just kind of showed up. So I really don't know anything about her. She showed up like on the scene, and I wasn't really, whatever. I stopped watching TV by then. Okay, so past life and past life regression, the things that past life regression are good for, is actually relieving stuff that's caught on a soul level, where there are things that have come into your life via past lives that you are still reacting from. And so when you talk about a family like the Kennedys, they're coming in after lifetimes of doing something. So when somebody is like a murderer or rapist in your family, it's not you. You're not responsible, but that energy carries on down through. We have to be so careful what we think, who we think about, what we talk about, all of those things. And I honestly feel that most of us have to actually disconnect from the family karma, because I think it's so ingrained in our souls that a lot of times we don't even understand why we're reacting to certain things, what's going on, what's happening, why we're reacting. So I feel like it's really important for us to do that. I just do think it's important. I think a lot of us don't even consider that as being part of our current life issues, is what happens from a past life. Does it carry on down? And if so, what I find so unfair is I can't remember what I did to deserve this now, or what I did, let's say, if you're in a life and it's not happy, or how did you end up in Ethiopia, or why did you have those people for parents when they were mean to you? Or why did you marry that man or have that kid or whatever? It's very, very interesting, but I think it's connected to things that we continue to carry on and on and on. That's what I feel. I definitely feel that with it. So I can do another video on that, because I just don't have the energy to go into that. But as a people, I really feel we have to question everything that we're reading in order to stay strong and to actually exert our freedoms. We are having, things are just being ripped away. And this is so interesting, because we're going to go into a Mars retrograde. And if you ask me, all hell is going to break loose. All hell. I'm dead serious. All hell will break loose. It's going to be very dicey anyway, with Mars and Aries going backwards. So Aries, I'm going to punch first, ask questions later. And the planet of Mars, let's go to war. This is something that's being resolved though. So that is actually very good. I do feel the effects of this, what we're going through. Okay, the Donald looks sick. Don't you guys always say that about him? I don't know if he's sick. It's possible he's sick. They're probably, I mean, if I were him, I wouldn't eat the food that was served to me, that's for sure. Now I know why they have food checkers eat their food. I never thought about it before, but I absolutely, people have died from the virus. I know people have died from the virus. People have died from a lot of things. There's tons of people that have died, but it's just not the numbers they're saying from what they're putting on the CDC. Now, if you want to take it up with the CDC, take it up with them. That's why he likes to eat fast food. Oh yeah, well that's until someone, oh, but he won't tell them which McDonald's he's going to. I'd just be too fat. I couldn't actually do that. I could not. I'm not saying there's not a virus. I know there's people that are dying from the virus, and I feel really bad for those people because I feel like they're caught in the midst of a spiritual war. I feel like this is spiritual, and if in fact it is something like radiation or some kind of a radiated effect on human beings to change the DNA or change the structure or whatever it is, which is interesting because my two friends that I know that had the virus that live and are in their 70s, okay, so they both had the virus and they both lived, and they are, one is pushing closer to 80 and one is mid 70s. Both of them were fine, okay? And both of them describe it the same way. Both describe it exactly the same and say that it's elevating their energy upwards. So they feel different spiritually after that experience. And I mean, these are people that you would consider in the high risk age group just by their age. They both made it through. The thing that I can tell you is they're both, like, they eat relatively well, they take care of themselves relatively well, and they exercise. So, and both of them continued on at their daily activities and stuff like that. Who knows where they got it, but both of them are fine. So that's my personal experience with people, with people that have it. But it, sometimes when I had a friend that had cancer in the throat cancer, and the words that came out, which just struck me as odd, I didn't think about it, were lack of taste, lack of smell. So in other words, for them to eat food now, it really has no appeal because there's no taste. And that was from the radiation from cancer. So that's what made me go down that road. That was interesting. And I know, I'm trying to think if I know anybody else. I don't think I know anybody else who's younger. The people I know that got it are in their 70s. That's what I can tell you. I can't see it. So I think it's probably depending, and it could just be the luck of the draw for sure. It could be that, but I do know something before we listen 100% without checking. And anybody who doesn't want you to check facts and ask questions wants you to be a puppet and go down and doesn't want you to cause problems. I'm not saying because I don't trust things that I'm out doing shitty things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we need to question. We need to question things. And that's what I think. I think, again, there's 3 different agendas going on. That's actually what I think. So when I'm looking at it, I'm feeling like I'm going in 3 different directions. That's how it feels to me. That's how it feels. So I feel definitely that as we go into the full moon and then we go, I've got to look at me. Do I have any of my shit in front of me? Nope. Why would I? I would not have it in front of me. I'll have to do that tomorrow. I wouldn't have it in front of me because that would be asking too much to prepare when I didn't prepare. But I think there's 3 different agendas. One is the virus. Now, obviously, I don't know that I'm believing it came out of wherever the hell they say it came from. It probably did, but I'm not thinking it came from external sources or organic sources. I feel it was concocted. That's one. The second one is the child blood cult, pedophilia, whatever that is what that is. It's all of that stuff. That's the second agenda. The third agenda, and I swear to you, I feel this. Somebody just sent that. That's fabulous. Can somebody tell me whose name that was? Thank you, whoever that. I can see the red one. Whoever sent me, all of you who sent me, Mr. Wood's lunchbox, don't get me started because I will not be serious. Whoever sent me the $100, thank you so much. And everybody that sent anything, all of you. I just saw it because I saw it over here and then saw the red. Yeah, that's totally generous. That's very generous. And I do thank you guys. I do thank you guys. I thank you guys. I wrote a thank you, but I'm telling you, it's really hard. That thing goes up there and I miss it. I'm gonna have to pay somebody to sit down with me and go over all of that, because I still have to find somebody to figure out how to slow this freaking chat down. I can't get the straight answer because it doesn't work on my computer or phone. It's very weird. So I'm missing buttons. Anyway, whoever that person is up there, somebody send back around their name. Jackie sent it. Thank you, Jackie. Somebody said Jackie sent it. Thank you, Jackie. That's so nice. So nice. I would say it's going to Tulip, but it might be going to the Easter Bunny. I'm kidding. It's going to go to Rent. That's what it's going to go to. Yeah, touch it and it will slow down. Really? Oh, no. Okay. See, look at this. No, it doesn't do that. That's so weird. On my phone, it doesn't work. Jackie said to check your email. Okay, I will check my email. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so good. You're like, Jackie said, check your email. I will. What I was going to say, the third agenda to me seems to be a test to see if we will follow instruction. So they're wanting us to be compliant, and it's a test right now. When they bring it up again, we're going to be so fucking scared of another virus that we're going to be jumping in our houses and just literally jumping in the house and just saying, okay, we listen. And we can't allow that. We also can't allow our world to change from touching people, hugging people, going out, having dinners, having spaghetti at the Italian dinner, going to, what's that city walk nonsense up there, going wherever it is you want to go. We cannot stop doing those things. I want to go have dinner with my girlfriends. I want to have coffee with my friends in the morning. I want to go, go in someone's house when they invite me. I don't just want to go in their house, but go in their house when they invite me, and I want to talk to them. So if this goes on and on and on, there really is no excuse for that. A virus cannot continue to go on and on and on and on. There's something about what's happening that doesn't sit correctly. And I have to actually, see, it's not like I'm huggy touchy exactly, but when you hug and you touch people, you connect with their energy. So we are being stopped and we are being pushed into a virtual world. It's almost like Minority Report, really, quite frankly. I was thinking that this morning. I was thinking it's almost like that they want us to do that. And I think we should all be pushing to do exactly what we need to do as people to make ourselves feel comfortable. By no means do I mean if you have a fever, go out and infect people. Don't be telling me that in the emails, people. Some people say crazy ass shit like that. Don't do that. I feel like we have to actually do the things that we need to do if we're not sick. That's what I feel. And 1985, I know I'm terrified. This is what I'm terrified of. Nobody is questioning statistics. We hear of the people in Italy and people are like, it is very sad. I'm not saying it's not sad. Yes, you have to question authority. Authority becomes authority because they have money and power and they buy it in there. If you don't question them, you're insane. They're not voted by the people. Nobody's voting these people in there. They're winning. They're getting, it's their families. We had Bush Sr. and Bush Jr. Do you really think people voted for both of those Bushes? I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying the older one was worse to me, but come on. I mean, we had to get the kid. Why do we have to have that kid from that family running to be president? And I don't want to see Trump's kids in the presidency either because they're his kids. I don't want to see that shit. I don't. I really don't. Not in a country. It's not. And Bill Gates does not need. Yeah, I know. Bill Gates needs to be not in control, and I need not to see him. And the fact that the media keeps putting this man on simply because he sold his stocks a week before this happened. So he knew, number one, or he wouldn't have sold his stocks. He would have taken a loss like everybody else. And then after that, he goes into pharmaceuticals and he starts doing his vaccines and his bullshit. So now what I believe the agenda is, what I believe it is the malaria thing and the Z-Pack. I think most of us have had the Z-Pack at one time, if we've had problems or whatever. But the Z-Pack and the malaria thing, the drug, however you pronounce it, I feel like they don't want to put that out there because they want to vaccinate us. Once they vaccinate us, you do not know what they put. Yes, I do believe there are tunnels being blown up right now. I do not believe those are earthquakes. There's too many of them all of the sudden again. I don't know. Here's my thing. People ask me if I follow Q. I don't follow Q. I know of Q. I know what people say about it. I have followed the blood cult. I would word it that way. That is what I'm familiar with from my own shit way back as a kid. Okay. Like from learning about that way back. Q has a lot of things, but here's what I don't understand. Why are you confining everybody if that's all that this is about? It cannot be that. You wouldn't do that. It's unquestionable to hold it. Look what they say. They say, oh my God, what did they say? Not self-quarantine. What's the other word? Lockdown. Who the fuck's referring to this as lockdown? I'm not in jail. I'm not illegal. I haven't done a crime. I haven't done anything. So let's stop using the word lockdown for these people. They're literally saying everybody should be in lockdown. What the hell is that? I'm not a criminal. I'm not in lockdown, and I don't have the virus, and neither do you people. So it's very interesting what's going on, and nobody seems to be questioning it. When they question it, people go to them, you're killing people. It's like, I'm trying to question something. What is this? So I don't really know what's going on. Wait, I can't even see that. Yeah, sorry, my eyelashes now are sticking together. Yeah, I know, empty hospitals in the videos. I've seen all of that. And they use the word lockdown. Don't fucking use that word with me. How dare you? Unless you're going to get off your little high horse on your TV and go and lock down yourself. I don't see any of them in lockdown. So aren't they spreading it? Aren't they getting their grandparents sick? Aren't they? Somebody write cough. Oh, God. So I feel there's three agendas. I feel one is the rescuing of the kids that have been bred for child trafficking. It's just obvious. Everybody was up in arms about, the border, and Soros twisted that into a racial thing. It's not racial. I mean, it could be partially racial. I don't put anything past anybody. It could be racial. I'm not saying that isn't it. But when you watch a TV show called Weeds or Breaking Bad, and they're all dealing with the Mexican border in the shows and written presumably somewhat on authenticity. Number one, they're trafficking drugs under the tunnels. Number two, there are tunnels. Everybody knows this. And number three, they're bringing in people. You don't just traffic drugs. You traffic people. Drugs and people. And this is what they're doing. And it's going all through Arizona. This is no secret to anybody, but people are still screaming racial. People have to stop doing that, and people have to stop saying when you present a different side of an argument, yes, I think there are tunnels being blown up. People have to stop. Sorry, people keep asking that. People have to stop saying when you go against an argument or you speak your truth, they have to stop saying, oh, that was mean, that was rude. Don't polite me to get me to shut up. Don't do that. That's not going to work with me because clearly I'm not polite and don't care. But secondly, when I'm saying something, like I answered somebody's email, I explained that last night when they said it, about it, and they accused me of being rude. I wasn't being rude. I wanted to know what the woman wanted me to be careful of. I wanted to know what it was. What were you referring to? Was it a veiled threat, or did you think I was going to fall down, or what? I wanted to know what. So I asked a question, but I can't ask a question because it's considered. So it's very interesting. Who's the guy in the picture? I'm like, what guy in the picture? Which guy? Which picture? I'm like, what? What guy in the picture? Any of these pictures would be my kids or little when they were little. How many are there willing to pay for? There's a lot of people that do the blood cult. That's common knowledge. That's not anything that people who okay, so metaphysical people, let me word it that way, people that are in any kind of occult work, whether it be psychic, astrology, witchcraft, not witchcraft, any kind of occult work. I don't care what you call it. People that make candles, people that do anything know about the blood cult. It is common knowledge. In fact, it's been on Discovery Channel. It's a fact. It's not made up. Now, who does it may be up for conjecture, but Google is spying on us to control. Of course, I've heard that too. It's like a thing. Like they have, if you know about the voodoo religion, you know that they conjure up demons to get into their body. Some of the demons have sex with the people in the body. I know it sounds weird, but this is the stuff that goes on. I mean, it's not known. It's written about. It's known. It's there. People talk about it. People know about it. People understand it. But then there's the average people that go, no. And it's like, well, why no? Like, I mean, you got serial killers out there. You got people that make up shit. You got people that do all kinds of things. So why no to that? Why do people go out and do A, B, and C? Why do people, are they terrorists? I don't know, whatever they do, right? They do blood magic. Exactly. There are people here. I'm going to get in trouble now. So when I worked at a bookstore, let's see when it was. I think I quit in the early 2000s. I probably started in 2000. When I had an office in a bookstore, there were psychics, and they are worse than a bunch of bitches, okay, in a strip club. There were psychics that literally, if you went to the bathroom, turn your ears off if this is gross. If you went to the bathroom and you had your period, you better take your tampon out of that bathroom or your pad, put it in your purse in a plastic bag. Put it in your purse and take it with you, because they take the blood off your stuff. If they're watching you and they want to do something to you, they do that. If you leave your hairbrush out, they take the hair. They go into your purse, they take pieces of your stuff. There was always running around throwing shit on you. They do this. They use, that's right, they use, I know, they use menstrual blood, you men out there. If you got a girl that knows her shit, she's going to be doing shit with her menstrual blood and baking you something. This is why I don't accept baked goods, okay? Just so you know. I don't accept anything that comes from someone else. If you're showing up with food at my door, unless it's packaged, I'm not taking it because of this. They really, really, really do this. And people go, no, who would do that? I don't know why they're doing, well, I do know why they think they're doing it. I don't, it is disgusting. Do you know how many men out there have eaten shit like that? You have no idea. I know people who do this. I know clients that would come to me. I couldn't talk to them. I'd send them down the hall to somebody else. For real. Menstrual blood, the cookies. I sound insane. People use their bodily fluids to cook with, to entice a man into their realm. Pregnancy, all of these things, because they are manipulative. You might, somebody put a green thing. I saw the green thing out of the corner of my eye. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. That's what they're doing. So why is it such a far stretch? And I've seen this firsthand for years. I'm talking 30-something years I've seen this. I have seen, yeah, women put it in pasta sauce. There you go. This is, I don't eat at people's houses unless I really know you. I really don't. I just do not. It is powerful, but still, you don't want to put it, the way that I look at it is, if the man doesn't want me, I don't want him. As much as I do want him, I don't want him if he doesn't want me, because it's manipulated and the energy will come back like tenfold on me, and it never works. Okay, never works. In the long run, you have bound somebody energetically. That's what a binding is in a way. You have bound them energetically to you. They may not even really like you, think that they like you. And when they get clean, okay, when they get clean, meaning away from your energy, they're going to see you for who you are. And they're going to have a level of hatred on you like you don't even know. Just seriously, don't do it. I mean, do what you want. It's your choice. But that shit goes on. It really does. Working with psychics, there are a bunch of jealous, petty. There were a few that weren't, but I mean, even as much as if somebody got more clients than another person, they pull spells on that. They do all kinds of things. If you had a happy life, they don't want you to have a happy life. If you're sober, they don't want you to be sober. If you have kids, they want your kids. I'm not joking. It was very bizarre. It was really eye-opening because I've worked in clubs and strip clubs all over the place. Never have people treated me so oddly and so viciously as a bunch of other psychics. So they're not really spiritual. There are people that are spiritual, okay? There are people that are spiritual in there, and you have to find those people. So there are true ways to use energy and to harness it. But if you're going to harness it, you might want to harness it in a way where you attract what's right for you rather than attracting a person you want, because it's got to be their free will or it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. And sometimes if you, it's like those women or men that get pregnant deliberately, like the men break the condoms or the women don't take their pill. The child ends up suffering, number one. Number two, the child may not like you because the intention of the whole thing. It's one thing if it's a one night stand and you just get knocked up. That's still like a passionate thing, even if you don't know the person too well. But if you're manipulating it and you get pregnant, you bring that child in. What do you think that relationship between you and that child is? It's not going to be good because the child can see you. Just saying. That's right. Be careful what you wish for too. And there's always that. That's right. You don't want it, but these people do it. That's what I'm saying. If I had my period, believe me, I had, oh God, but when your kids go looking in your purse and they're like, what is this? And you're like, it's in a plastic bag, but you just have to do it at work. You just can't leave it when you're around people that work that way. You cannot leave your private bodily, not your fingernails, none of that. They take hair, they take fingernails, they take all kinds of things. And don't think they don't. They steal shit out of your house. They put stuff on your doorstep if they know where you live. They put stuff by your car. That's what you do. What I do, okay, in order to stop that stuff being directed at me, what I do is I just ask God to protect me. I do cleansing all the time, and I just hope that that's, going to work. Karma is absolutely real. Karma is balance. Karma is a balance of things. It is balance. So when karma is being balanced, it can seem negative and it can seem, positive, but yeah, that stuff happens. I always encourage people, okay, I can't even read that. It's going blurry again. I always encourage people not to do that. That's what, I teach them not to do it. You have all the power to basically break a spell on you. Handwriting, they can steal that. It's exactly. You have free will. You're right. It's been free will's hijacked. I mean, we're on lockdown. People are like, we're in lockdown. I'm like, I'm not in prison. I haven't committed a murder, and neither are the people in prison. By the way, you can break a spell directed at you by really harnessing your energy and putting a shield up around you. Some stuff will get through, and you have to do the psychic work 100%. Like, you literally have to do it every day. You have to pray to God, okay? Like, literally ask God to protect you. And then you have to literally, I know, kids' hair at the hair salon. That's very, very interesting. Yeah, it is, isn't it? My son, in his first haircut, my chirperoo, my Jason, with his little Mars and Taurus, went and took his hair back from the hairdresser when she cut it. All on his own. All on his own. Got up, picked that hair up, handed it to me like I should be taking it with me. I was like, wow, he knows and he knows. So he knew. He just wanted his hair with him. Stubborn little thing he was, and he wasn't going to leave till he got his hair. We took his hair. So to break anything that anybody's projected onto you, you have to sit in your strength. Your strength is not being afraid. Your strength is connecting from the crown chakra up into the angelic realm, up into the God realm source, all the way down, grounding yourself, putting a shield up around you so that no matter what anybody looks at you, thinks about you, says about you, you know what you are, and you have to actually believe it. The other thing is, if things start going awry for you, you need to know that maybe somebody's focusing on you in a negative way, and you need to actually start cleansing. Again, I say coconut and I say salt, but coconut and salt bath. You burn sage, you say prayers. The quickest way to raise anything is through prayers. That's it. Coconut oil and salt, put it on your bath like this, literally. I literally, probably twice a month burn banishing candles. Okay, so you can go to a metaphysical store and you can get a banishing candle. Now, a banishing candle, I do not write people's names to send back their shitty behavior to. That's not what I do. What I do is I send back any and all negativity. I give it to God to do what he wills with it. I don't send it back to like Joe down the street or whoever I think it is, because I may think someone's done something and they may be hiding behind someone's energy and I'm sending it back to the wrong person. I don't want to do that. Okay. That's not what I want to do. So I send it back, or perfectly acceptable if somebody sends something to you, to send it back to where it came from. If you send a nice ball to me, I'm just going to send that back out the door to where it came from. So that's another way to do it. But I do a banishing and cleansing candle at the same time. The banishing is the black candle. The white candle is the cleansing. So while I'm taking the negative energy and sending it either to God or to back where it came from, the cleansing candle is cleansing at the same time. That is what I do. I do that twice a month, actually, because I have so many people around me. Like whatever, sending me shitty ass emails and hater shit on there, saying stupid ass shit. But I do that. And when I do it, I open end it. I don't say send it back to Sally, Joe, Fred. I don't do that because I don't really know the intention of where it came from. And again, when people do work on the astral level, which is what black magic is, when they take it out of their physical body and they use the realm of whatever or whoever can help them, you may be not getting the correct message about who's sending this at you, okay? Who's sending this to you. So you send it back to Sally, and it wasn't Sally, it was Joe hiding behind Sally's energy. That shit goes on. It happens all the time. It happens like it happens in real life with scapegoats. So this is what you do. You basically banish, you clear your house, you wipe down all your handles with vinegar. I used to spray my front porch with vinegar and wipe it down with the hose. Every week, the vinegar went everywhere, all over around my house. I put salt around my front doors. I sage the house. But I bath myself, and more important is I raise my energy to pray with God, and I ask for God to protect me. I really, really do. I seriously say, God, protect me. That's what I say. I leave vinegar boiling on the stove with sage in it. I put salt in it. I do that just for fun. Not all the time, but I do. But most importantly, it's through prayer. So that's what you want to do. And tonight, since we have two people that Tammy knows on here that passed away, probably we should add those new souls to the prayer because they just recently passed away. And so they're going to have a hard time transitioning, especially if they passed away unknowingly, meaning the virus was there, but it sounds like it happened so quickly. They might be in some sort of shock. So we want to pray for those people. And we basically want to pray for all the people that we want to pray for our strength, and we want to pray for the truth to be revealed so that we can elevate energetically without fear. So we want to do that. We want to pray for everybody that we've been praying for, all the children on the planet, because the children are in a fucked up position on this planet. That's what we want to do. We really want to elevate our energy, though. We don't want to give in to fear. No matter what it is, it's fearful walking on the planet Earth. Have you ever tried to cross a street in the middle of the night with lights coming at you when you have to get across to the other side? It's fearful. It's fearful when you give birth. It's fearful when you have a teenager driving a car for the first time. It's fearful when you move out on your own for the first time. It's fearful all the time. We can't give in to fear. So I feel as if we need to literally pray all together, like individually, obviously, but all together to pray for the same things. And the children, I pray for the children all the time anyway, all of the children on the planet, all of the children on the planet, all the time, anybody that can't speak for themselves, honest to God. And then we need to elevate the energy. So this is just something, I'm just doing this. I just assume you guys know. I know you guys know this now. Just literally pray. We are not in fear, okay? I am an abundantly healthy, happy, independent person now. That'll be our mantra. I've got to remember what I just said. I am a healthy, happy, independent person now. That's what I am. We need to keep independent, autonomous, healthy, and happy. You can't go through this and be unhappy, because energetically, I can feel they're trying to throw depression at us. All salt works. Any salt is good. I like Himalayan pink salt because it's pink. That's what I like. In a banishing candle, you use black salt because you're using black with the candle to pull the energy out and send it back. I feel as though I just feel we need our strength and our independence along with this, and we cannot be in fear just because we're being forced. It's like we're being manipulated depression wise. So important. So that's another thing we can pray. Another thing we can say is, I am happy. I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyful now, because joyful means you're not depressed. We don't even want to put the word depression in there. We want to put the word joyful or happy or elated or excited or, successful, whatever word you want to put in there. Do not put depressed, put the opposite word. Keep praying. And I'm not joking you, because it's going to take a lot of work. This planet is literally divided, and it is a spiritual war. Just absolutely understand that it truly is a spiritual war in so many different directions that we're not even being shown. The truth is being hidden, and it's really hard to attach to, because every time I think I got it, something else comes in. So they're not showing us. We're being blocked from it because maybe we're not supposed to see it right now. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, like my eye is literally shutting. Isn't that weird? Yeah, all salt is good. Okay, you guys, I will talk to you soon. I will check my email. Thank everybody for your super chats and super stickers, each and every one of you. Absolutely, thank you so much. I will check my I am abundantly healthy, happy, and joyful person now. And that's it. That's who you are. That is who you are. Say that 15 times a day in your head. Just walk around. You don't have to say it out loud. Or if you want to bug your partner, you could say it. I saw the funniest meme today of Bill Clinton, and it says, "At least you're not quarantined with Hillary." It's just food for thought. Sorry, it was funny. Just saying. Okay, bye, you guys. Good night. Have a good night. Okay, peace out. Bye, you guys. Bye.